Hello! Welcome back to the final part of Let's Play Spore. I'm your Phantom Safety Pin, and today we are taking off into the heavens. Our friendly leader here is gonna educate us how to fly our ship, but I already know how, so no need for that. Space Stage is probably the most unique and deepest part of the game, the largest level of exploration you can have in the game. And it starts out with a little bit of a plot exposition dump. We're going to fly over to this planet down here as part of a investigation to see if we can find life on other worlds. We just want to know, are we alone in the universe? Ah, what luck! An alien spacecraft. Seems like definitive proof that there's something out there. We're gonna have to see what happened to it, so we're going to use our scanner here and see if we can't figure out what happened. No sign of life. Looks like they had something to give us, though. Let's just take it from them. And now we've got a new tool for our arsenal, some missiles and an interstellar drive. The interstellar drive is going to be useful in getting around outside our own solar system. And the missiles are, of course, protection. Now, we do happen to be diplomats in this playthrough. We get something called static cling. That tool will prevent enemies from, well, attacking us. It shuts them down. So, we did get coordinates from that interstellar drive we picked up, so let's go examine this here planet right here that's pointing to on the drive. Looks like we found something. Are there aliens here? Oh no! We're too late to save them. There were aliens here, but they've died. Truly, truly saddening. Let's see what happened here. That's not good. Something is going to attack us. Oh no! Oh no! Well, this is interesting. What indeed is a Grox? Space is full of mysteries, of course. And none more mysterious than these Grox. We're gonna have to find out who these Grox are if we want to keep ourselves protected from them. Looks like they've destroyed a whole civilization. Something interesting coming from that star. Looks like our home planet. Let's just report back for fame and glory. And well, now that we've got the big plot details out of the way, we have the gimmick of Space Stage, and that gimmick happens to be missions. Of course, your primary mission is to spread out your empire into other planets and, well, claim as much of the universe as possible. But I'm not going to show too much of that. I'm going to show a couple different things you can do in Space Stage. And of course, the universe is not empty, although our friendly Phantoma people don't know that yet. But now that we have a suitable planet, indicated by a green trail, we can place a colony on it. Now, you can later on in Space Stage terraform planets, however that takes quite a while to get to, and I won't be showing it off much in this particular playthrough. The Space Stage does take an incredibly long time and a good amount of effort on your part if you really want to build into a lush, expansive empire. I believe I have one or two games so far that are completely expanded into Empire. I don't play Space Stage that often. If you're wondering why, even though it is the most rich and has the deepest lore of the entire game, I just don't find it all that interesting. And you'll see why in a little bit. Now, I thought I detected something coming from this star, but it looks like I didn't. As you can see, there are other planets with life on them, even some civilizations, but, well, doesn't look like they're at all sentient. Or if they're sentient, they don't really have any space travel. They're not advanced like we are. As you can see, it's a big, big universe out there. You can zoom right out, and you'll find the same universe you do on the main menu of the game. So I'll just report back to my home world for now and say hello. Our empire indeed will one day dominate the galaxy. And in case you're wondering, I think I mentioned this last episode, but the characters that you're speaking to, your characters, your species, as well as other species, are indeed speaking Simlish. I believe I pointed out that the creator of The Sims did have a hand in this game, and or created this game. I'm not sure which, but I do remember pointing it out, so. Yes, it's very likely that the Spore universe is indeed the same universe as The Sims, only much more alien. Ah, what's that radio frequency? Huh. Looks like we found another planet. And this planet, hey, it has sentient advanced life on us. On us, yeah, we have life on us. Great job, Phantom. Are you food? And here we see the archetypes of other races come into play. This particular race happens to be Bard aligned, meaning they're really, really weird. They're basically the spoony bards of the universe. They prefer to entertain. These guys are cool. They're also very fun to play as. Now here's the other gimmick of Space Stage. I mentioned missions earlier. You can take missions from other empires. And we're just going to be doing that right now. So, we are going to head on over to that ring right there. And see if we can't finish up this mission we have. Looking for the right star, and there it is. Now you'll notice that we move quite quickly in Space Stage. If you've played some Spore before, you'll notice that we move very, very quickly, and that's because I have a certain, my alignments in the past have given me the ability to have zippier space travel. As you can see, this planet's civilized, but, well, not quite very advanced yet. They have cities and stuff, but they're still working on being, real spacefaring citizens. And later on, you will indeed get a, tool that will let you, make civilizations that are less advanced more advanced, and eventually raise them up to being, spacefaring races themselves. So there's really quite a lot of versatility in this stage. You can get creative with planets, you can... What? This isn't your territory! You don't even own more than one star! Oh, great, the energy alarm's going off. Yes, there is a... another civilization like our own. Diplomats like we are. But there is this annoying mechanic of your spaceship running out of energy and health, and you'll often have to replenish energy. Unfortunately, everybody but your own home planet makes you pay to recharge energy. And unfortunately can take quite a lot of money to do so. So, now that we've done that, we've identified 2 more sentient races with spacefaring technology. I'm just gonna zoom in and say hello to them. Maybe establish a trade route. Looks like there's an item over on that planet to the left. We'll check that out in a minute. Look at these guys. I don't know if this is a Max's created creature, or if it's a creature that someone else created, but I do like the design. Now I'm going to buy a couple colony and credit packs, which will help me get some badges quickly, and will help me establish more colonies on more planets. Really, how many colonies you have will help your progress towards badges, and badges in this game will eventually up your progress on that meter down at the bottom. You might notice another little meter having a spaceship on it. That spaceship shows how far from your home planet you are. And the further you are from your home planet, in the universe, the Spore universe, the Sporeverse, whatever you want to call it, the more likely that gauge is going to be further up. Now, there's one more thing that the game is going to tell us about right here. There's a lot of cutscenes in this part, bear with me. The game does not quite tell you this until later on, until you detect it on your radar, but there are collectibles in this level of the game. There's collectibles, and these collectibles can be sold for money, and this one seems to be stuck in a rock. Interesting glitch. But collectibles are, well, they're things you pick up and sell, and you can make money that way. You can also keep them for yourselves, and some of them, oh, I don't know what's going on with lots of lag there. Weird. Anyway, some particular species, depending on what code of ethics they follow and what sort of morality they follow, will end up... Ah, what happened? Oh dear. We blew it up. We blew sky high. That's no good. That's no good at all. Yes, the death mechanic in this game, if you die in this particular level, you'll be cloned. And you'll get a new ship. And I love that. Here's your new ship. Try not to break it this time. I should point out that stealing artifacts from other civilizations, if they are colonized in that star system, is not particularly nice, and will more than likely make them not like you very much. Ah, looks like the Draguzi like us. So, that's excellent. We can form an alliance with them. I'm gonna sell them this scroll of order, because they follow the philosophy of order. They are diplomats, and diplomats follow the philosophy of order. And I don't like this particular mechanic, so I'm going to turn it off. That just shows you who your friends and enemies are, and where their territory is, so you can avoid it, but what's the fun in that? It just clutters up the beautiful, beautiful starfield. So now... I've said hello to these guys, I've gotten all of their items for them, I've done a mission for them, and they give us some money for it. This is the primary way you make money. The secondary is by, well, picking up spice and selling it. Now, there's many, many types of spice in the galaxy, and since the spice must flow, you need all sorts of types of spice. Now, the particular extra mod I have installed adds a couple different types of spices. It adds an orange, a black, I believe it adds a few others, and it renames all the spices that already exist. The rarest and the most expensive spice happens to be purple spice, and the closer it is to purple generally, the more costly it is and the more worth it is. But you should always go around to different planets and see which particular planets want which. Oh, interesting, we have found a Zealot Race. The Zealots are, well, they're exactly what their name implies. They're quite religious extremists. And they particularly, they worship a being named Spode. So, if they don't like you, they're going to consider you an unbeliever. If they like you, they tend to be pretty decent and open about stuff. Oh no, looks like something's attacking, huh? Looks like my, colony's being attacked. Here's another thing that can happen. Sometimes the Groks, which are bad guys, yeah, they're bad guys. Wow, my speech is just lovely today. I can't speak at all. As I was saying, what was I saying? Oh yes, I was saying another thing that can happen is pirates can raid your planet. They can also ambush you on planets that seem to have items on them. And they're really no big deal at all. I did show that static clinging effect, which makes them unable to move for a time. Easy prey. And of course they occasionally will drop money. And if you beam up that money, you get a nice little bonus. So of course, having an ability like Static Cling, or even something like the Knight class's Mini-U, is very, very useful. And yes, each different archetype racial archetype you can have in Spore gives you a different ability. Now, I did cut ahead because, well, I really didn't want to show you every little detail of every little thing I was doing. So, here we are on my home planet again. And we've progressed quite nicely. So I've got some money now. I'm going to buy some items. And of course, some of these items are not in the game. They are new. Some of them are part of the normal game. And that's all because of the mod I've installed. So I'm just going to take another mission, and this one has to do with terraforming. Terraforming is actually quite fun in this game. It's actually one of the more interesting things I think you can do. Just because you can be so creative and different depending on if, well, you have the tools. And of course, you get more tools and you find better tools as part of the game. Usually they show up on planets looking like items, although they're not items. Now, the way terraforming works is you have certain tools that will, well, change the atmosphere and the temperature on the planet. For example, this temperature is quite cold, so we need to warm it up a little bit. It's also got a very thin atmosphere. We need more atmosphere yet. So, of course, we're going to pump up the atmosphere. You can see it's progressing nicely. We're almost there. And as soon as you get the atmosphere and everything right, you gotta put down plants and animals to stabilize it. Now, of course, if you want a stable atmosphere, you need to put down the plants first. The plants will keep your atmosphere going and provide much-needed oxygen and other air-type things that you breathe. You can get the atmosphere nice and plentiful. Once you got that down, you can put down some animals. And there is a little trick where if you put down an animal, you can beam them right back up, and it'll make it... You can easily keep your cargo hold, which does have a limited space, clear that way. So, of course, all you have to do is put the animal down on a planet, same goes for plants, to establish them on the planet. Once they're on the ground, that niche is full. Now, I've accidentally dropped some creatures because I pressed the wrong button. I'm not going to show you all the designer details, but you can design the buildings that your colony uses. And it's really pretty much the same thing as the building creator and builder in Civilization stage, except, well, actually no, it's not different at all. I take that back. The icons are a little different, but that's about it. And there we go. So now, the basic setup with colonies doesn't change. You put down a factory, you put down at least one entertainment center, and you leave it. Pretty much as long as you have turrets on your city, which we'll get to later, you're fine. Now this is our timeline, as you see. We are in space stage. This is our current particular timeline. I showed all sorts of stuff. And aside from that, not really much else. So we're going to leave this planet behind and go take on some more missions, I believe. Now we have 3 colonies or so. I believe I did return to my home world and say hello. And then, at some point, I did want to show you guys what it looked like when you have a full bar. So I believe I left it... I don't know if I left it here or if I went on another mission. I think, yes, I left it here. I switched over to a different game of mine. This particular game is done with the Hastur species of planet Carcosa, which, yes, that is a Lovecraft reference. And this particular game has quite a large colony, has quite a large empire, and the spaceship is upgraded to full. This particular game has also gotten to the center of the universe, and has a specific item known as the Staff of Life. And I'm going to show you real fast what the Staff of Life does. You can see we have some pretty ridiculous colonies, and I'm pretty far away from my home. So what I'm doing is, I'm actually looking for a black hole here. And the reason you want black holes is because, well, oh, that's interesting, little ring formation. The reason you want to find a black hole like that one is because black holes are portals to the center of the universe. And the little arrow around your the radius on your ship there actually points towards the center of the galaxy. Gonna head on through this black hole here. And I do apologize, this took me quite a while to do. So I did end up cutting some of it out, but you basically hop in black holes. Ah, it looks like we have a save game over there, but you basically hop into black holes to get to the center of the universe. I did cut some out, and here we are, fairly close to the center of the universe. And the thing about the center of the universe is, it's quite dangerous. Now, throughout this game, I've been mentioning about the Groks. And what the Groks are is, well, you'll see. They're not a very nice race. But the big problem with the center of the universe is the gravity is quite dense. Now, I have a mod installed that lets me move a little bit more quickly towards the center of the universe, but otherwise it's just a snail's pace to get here. And the other problem is, well, the Groks dwell at the center of the universe, and they're quite aggressive, as you can see. So I'm going to try to zoom in here and show you what the Groks are like. Now, the Groks are a race of cyborg creatures. I'm going to try to show you what one of their colonies look like, and also show you what happens when you use a Staff of Life. This happens. The Staff of Life is what you get for going to the center of the universe, and using it immediately terraforms a planet to T3, the highest level of terraforming you can get. So, and as you can see, terraforming the planet kills the Groks. They need to live on planets that are T0. They cannot live anywhere else. And as you can see, the Staff of Life just immediately adds plants and animals. However, you only get 42 uses of the Staff of Life. So, it is very problematic to try and use it to defeat the Groks, because the Groks have 2,500 stars exactly. Or maybe they have 2,700, I don't know. They have quite a few different star systems under control. The entire center of the galaxy is pretty much dominated by the Groks. So as I'm going, you'll notice I'm going slower and slower, and you'll also notice that there's more and more radio frequency colonies, and all of those are Groks colonies, every single one of them. Taking quite a lot of damage here. But I'm trying to move as quickly as I can towards the center of the universe, because I do want to show you what it looks like. Now, unfortunately, since I've already completed the center of the universe bit, I can't show you what happens at the center of the universe. You're going to have to see that for yourself. Play the game. Although I will try to link a video of what happens at the center of the universe. Getting low on energy. And you'll notice this is the Galactic Core. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. There is a planet right there. I'm going to try to destroy that at some point in time, but this is what the Galactic Core looks like. I can't get into it. Normally you would zoom right in as if it were a black hole, but I guess you can't. I do have a link there, though, if you would like to see what is at the center of the universe. And there's 3 Groks planets here. Oh my. I'm going to try to destroy one of these first, and I'm really not in a good position to do that because I'm low on energy and my Staff of Life is just not recharged. So I'm going to try to move as quickly as possible to try and terraform. There we go. Excellent. And now we've killed off the Groks on this planet by terraforming it, and I don't believe they re-established colonies as soon as it's terraformed to T3. I don't believe it becomes... I believe once a Groks colony is destroyed, it stays destroyed in every playthrough of your game, but I'm not positive. I believe in your copy of the game, if you destroy all the Groks colonies, they will stay destroyed. I'm not positive of that. So I think you can kill the Groks over multiple games, but again, I'm not positive. So, you can see how ruthless the Groks were there. They pretty much killed us outright. But, no big deal. My starship is back, my captain is fine, and the glorious Hastur Empire on Carcosa is doing well. So, that's about it. I've pretty much explored all I can with this game, and I'm just gonna leave it there, so... The universe is ours. The universe has been explored, and we're pretty much bigger than life, larger than life. So, that'll do it. And I'll leave you on this lovely image of the universe. the universe that we have come to take a part of as our own. So, thank you very much for watching. This is the Phantom Safety Pin signing off, and I will see you later. Thanks again for watching my Let's Play, and always remember to shoot for the stars. Take care, everyone.